It's Thomas Mulready from Cool Cleveland. We are here in Chicago at AXPONA 2024, and we are here with Tiffany, first-time AXPONA visitor.
Yes, first time.
And you were saying you were warned about the lack of diversity here
About the lack of diversity coming in. I was told what it would be, typically an older white male, and so I was a little bit excited to see what would be coming when I got here. Yeah.
So what did you find when you got here? Were they right or were they wrong?
They were right. I would say that I'm one of the few women that I've seen, but there are several of us around, and I do think that I'm surprised. I'm surprised that there's not more women here enjoying it with their men or on their own solo. Yeah.
Are you here looking, are you an audiophile yourself? You consider yourself someone, you're looking for equipment, or are you just here for more entertainment purposes?
I would not have done this on my own, but I would not mind coming back. It's something that you have to be immersed in it to understand it. And so being immersed in it's been amazing. I've kind of fallen in love with some of the things that I didn't even know I could. So it's been great. Yeah.
And so you're learning a little bit about the industry?
About the industry. Yeah. It's wonderful, actually. Very cool.
Right. What would make it better for women, for people of color, younger people, in your opinion? What could they do to attract a wider demographic?
Movement. I find, and we were talking about this earlier, the movement to me, I feel like there's a lot of static. We're sitting. There's not as much movement. Immersed in the music a little bit more, as we're just feels like a little boxed in. If there was some sort of movement or maybe a little bit more standing in certain areas where you could feel the music a little bit more versus, and I understand how you're supposed to be in a specific spot, but for me there's been several times I've wanted to get up and move with the music. So
movement's another word for dancing.
I'm a dancer, so that's probably why I've wanted to get up and dance with it. Yeah, so for me that would be nice. And then also I don't know. I'd have to think about a little bit more on that, but that was the first thing that came to mind.
It's a good point. There is this thing about the sweet spot where that's the one little, and you literally can't move your head, you can't move your ears.
Right.
It's kind of annoying, you know? Like, I'm going to sit here how long and enjoy this record versus we do a lot of listening parties ourselves where people are, and they might want to get up and dance, right?
Or move, or experience it from a different angle and not feeling like you have to shift a bit as you're sitting there. But I understand it, and I've actually learned how sitting in the sweet spot makes a big difference. So I get it, yeah.
What about having more, I'm just brainstorming, because more visuals, maybe
I've wondered about the visuals as well, because there isn't a whole lot to look at as we're experiencing the sound, and I'm a photographer by trade, and so I did think about the visuals and what could we do as going into the room. And I get that maybe you're trying to focus in on one specific thing, the sound, but yeah, visual would be amazing, because but there are very visual pieces as you're going in and focusing on those. So yeah, that would be phenomenal. Yeah, to add in a visual aspect for sure.
I mean, dancers work with music, right? They base dance on music. A lot of music is multidisciplinary, where we're collaborating with other visual artists, musicians, designers.
There was something else that we were thinking about yesterday that I bet there's a lot of these artists, as they are playing their music and we're listening to these phenomenal music pieces, I wonder how many of the artists haven't even heard themselves like that. The layers that come through in the music. And we went and sat at the live show last night, which was incredible. It would be really, really cool if some of these systems, where you walked into a room, somebody's playing and it's live, and you get these little tiny pieces of something a little bit more than a repetitive sort of stagnant, but a live, somebody up there just playing, that would draw me in a heartbeat.
There is a guy today playing sax in a couple of rooms. I'll find out what room. Yeah, isn't it?
That would be fantastic. I would for sure go and check that out.
And I know last year there was a room, the Cardis Cable Room, where Angela's husband is a guitarist, and he had his guitar plugged in, and you walked in, they had the whole thing set up like a 70s theme. Farrah Fawcett posted on the wall, and he's playing his guitar to the music, right?
I would love that, and I want to know what room that's in, because I want to go check it out.
They're not doing it this year, but last year it was so cool.
That would have been, something like that. I think that would draw a little bit of a a younger crowd too, possibly. Yeah. So.
Tiffany, thank you so much. I love these ideas, and it's funny how someone here's a first timer has so many creative ideas that I think could be really helpful versus a lot of the people we talk to have been in it so long. It's like out of the realm of their imagination or something to even think about it. So thank you for opening our mind.
That was fun. Thank you for the opportunity. It was great to chat with you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Tom.
Hey, it's Thomas Mulready from Cool Cleveland. We're here at AXPONA 2024.